Most creators think subscriber growth is a posting problem. Post more, edit better, upload faster. But the real advantage comes before editing, when you study why people engage in the first place. Today, I want to show how I use data scraping tools and AI to identify real engagement patterns, turn those patterns into digital product, and use that product to quietly improve subscriber attention inside videos. The problem. The issue usually isn't content quality. It's this. Viewers watch, engagement happens, but subscribing feels optional, easy to ignore. Direct CTAs don't work anymore because they interrupt attention, they feel repetitive, viewers mentally tune them out. So instead of asking, how do I ask better, the better question is, what makes viewers act without being asked? That's the problem. I decided to collect data around. Collecting data with scraping tools. To understand this, I don't rely on opinions or assumptions. I use multiple data scraping tools depending on the source and structure of the data. For example, ZenRows for structured and large scale data extraction. Data Miner Chrome extension for quick visual scraping from pages and listings. Public content and engagement data across videos, shorts, and reels. The goal isn't scraping for numbers, it's scraping for behavioral patterns. When attention drops, what keeps viewers visually engaged? How creators signal actions without breaking flow. Once you collect enough of this data, patterns start repeating. Feeding the data into AI. Raw scraped data on its own isn't useful, so the next step in the flow is analysis. This is where I feed the scraped data into ChatGPT. I use this to group recurring behaviors, highlight engagement triggers, summarize what consistently works across content. Instead of manually reviewing hundreds of data points, AI helps surface major observations much faster. And one insight stood out clearly. The key observation. Across platforms and formats, the data showed one strong trend. Visual motion outperforms verbal instruction. Creators who relied only on spoken CTAs lost attention. Creators who used subtle movement, visual cues, on screen animation held attention longer without interrupting content. That observation became the foundation for everything that followed. Turning insight into a product idea. Instead of applying this insight manually in every video, I asked, how can this become reusable? That's where the idea for a YouTube subscriber kit came from. Not as a product first, but as a content workflow asset. Something that works in long form videos, works in shorts and reels, doesn't stop the content, acts as a soft reminder to take action. Why animated GIF stickers made sense? Based on the data, animation was the obvious choice. Animated GIF stickers add motion without being distracting, fit naturally into any editing workflow, keep visual engagement high, reinforce actions like subscribe, comment, or notifications. They don't demand attention, they support attention. And because they are reusable, they scale across every piece of content. Using the kit inside content. Once the kit was created, it became a part of my standard editing process. Drop it into high attention moments, use the same visual language consistently, apply it across formats. Over time, viewers begin to recognize the cues. That's when engagement becomes trained, not forced. Turning the asset into subscribers. After building the kit, the next logical step was creating a download page on my website. Now the workflow looked like this. Data identifies the problem, product solves the problem inside content, content leads viewers to a resource. The resource converts into subscribers. The product wasn't separate from the content. It was a direct outcome of it. How this becomes a 90-day system. This entire process, data scraping, AI analysis, product creation, and consistent use, is part of a larger 90-day content to subscriber system. In the next video, I'll break down how this compounds over 90 days into predictable subscriber growth. If you want to apply this workflow directly, you can download the YouTube subscriber kit. It's designed to plug straight into your videos, shorts, and reels. And if you like the content where data drives decisions, not guesswork, feel free to subscribe. The next video breaks down the full 90-day system. Thank you for watching.